Ready to go?
Can we start?
KEXP. I'm Darek. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Gogol Bordello in the house.
In the house. Go away. Oh, what a place to meet. I'm laying frozen on a backseat, but your hand is on the wheel, and that's all I need. And that's a feeling that we call alright. And it's a feeling that's gonna last all night. And it's a feeling that's gonna last all day. When no one does the pull you out of a frame. The system, oh, both sides of the ocean couldn't break. Our devil, you love devotion, couldn't poison our hearts with competition. It is you I ask to handle the ignition. Is there a quiet place that we can go? Your place is on with it already knows. Angelic faces of a fallen upstart, smuggling friendship like forbidden lost art. And that's a feeling that we call alright. And that's a feeling that's gonna last all night. And that's a feeling that's gonna last all day. When over count to pull you out of a frame. Feel the system, oh, both sides of the ocean couldn't break our devil, you love devotion, couldn't poison our heart with competition. It is you I ask to handle the ignition. Lights of every city there was still ahead. And now the elections happened way before we met. There will be times like now when we lick each other's scars. And there will be that time we'll disappear like morning stars. In the system, oh, both sides of the ocean couldn't break our devil, you love devotion, couldn't poison our hearts with competition. It is you I ask to handle the ignition. Last all night, and that's a feeling that we call alright, and that's a feeling that's gonna last all night.
Gogol Bordello in a house. KEXP, more music of the world. It matters.
Yeah, man. So this one is Life is Possible Again. Coming straight out of the bone marrow department. Yeah, pulling it out from the depth. Just when you think you heard it all, and so it's all right through, and it feels like suicide, the only honest thing to do. And you shake out your coattail, and you tilt the Holy Grail in such an angle, such a way that life is possible again. Life is possible again. Yeah, it's possible again. You shake out your coattail and you tilt the Holy Grail in such an angle, such a way that life is possible again. Life is possible again. Life is possible again. Life is possible again. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sooner you'll see right through. How can you think now ever be choice after what happened? But the hope just won't be on you. Under the light, the crack is too narrow. It wants to ride through you. Just let it in. And you shake out your coattail and you tilt the Holy Grail. It's such an angle, such a way that life is possible again. Life is possible again. Life is possible again. And you shake out your coattail and you kill the Holy Grail. It's such an angle, such a way that life is possible again. Life is possible again. Life is possible again. Life is possible again. Yeah, 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 yeah. And you shake out your coattail and you tilt the Holy Grail. It's such an angle, such a way that life is possible again. Life is possible again. Life is possible again. Life is possible again. Life is possible again.
Gogol Bordello, the new record is We Mean It, Man. And we appreciate you watching and listening, KEXP.
The next one is the title track, We Mean It, Man. Analyze anything, anyone that is bringing the people apart. Scrutinize anything, anyone that is bringing the people apart. Realize anything, anyone that is bringing the people apart. Look at what they raise up once again. We mean it, man. microscope, but I still continue to breathe. Playing a brother against one another while sisters continue to bleed. There is no vector, there is no actor, there is no center at all. But I want to rise up once again. We mean it, man. We need it, man. We mean it, man. We need it, man. We mean it, man. We need it, man. Nothing but I rise up once again. Ambition, back to beat it off, fuck the god in our sleep. Playing a brother against one another and not some kind of news feed. There is no vector, there is no sector, there is no anchor at all. Nothing but I rise up once again. We mean it, man. We need it, man. We mean it, man. We need it, man. We mean it, man. We need it, man. Nothing but I rise up once again. Examine a thought. Is it even alive? Is it even a thought? Opera da Yama on a nation, on the drama. I rise up once again. We mean it, man. We need it, man. We mean it, man. We need it, man. We mean it, man. We need it, man. I rise up once again. Always say what you mean and mean what you say. We mean it, man. I gotta plug all this stuff back in. It kind of came undone here for a second.
Gogol Bordello in a house of KEXP. This is beautiful now. Thanks for watching. Now leave your
Get
house
excited, all those kind
and
of
go
things.
out and see some live music. Go see some DJs. Get the hell out of your home.
Well, there's a time of a century again when you can count only on your cold and oldest friend. If you don't wanna end up on a plate, allez, allez, levitate, smuggling a dream in under your skin. Oh yeah, 'cause in the end we are all only small time mystics. I'll see you on the other side. For now I am done wasting my lifetime talking about of your suicide. Oh, the smell of fear of whatever you find under your colonized mind, colonized mind, colonized mind. If you don't wanna end up on a plate, allez, allez, motherfucker. salvaged, and it's about to change. We are only small-time mystics. We're handling big time. Sun can barely salvage. It's about to change. Wicked. All right, cool. So you might be Confucius, right? But don't forget about the moron always lurking in the bushes. To reinterpret sweet lines of your story, and make your story glory of a different kind of category. Oh yeah, I know you're ready to go, but I just want you to know that I got no time for idiots. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Serious will be just fine. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Get on, get on, get on. What's that secret ingredient? Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Idiot Brazilian, so where do I get mine? Of course there is a chance that things are just like what they seem. Like on a crack of dirty pines crossing boulevard of shattered dreams. So cold and lonely, they are pressing all together. And stab each other with their quills and blame it on the weather. I know you're ready to go, but I just want you to know that no time for idiots. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. See him told me just fine. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Get on, get on, get on. What's the missing ingredient? Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Idiot Brazilian, so where do I get mine? Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I got no time for idiots. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Seems though this is fine. Oh yeah, get on, get on, get on. What's the secret ingredient? Oh yeah, idiot Brazilian, so where do I get mine? Wittgenstein, you might be Schopenhauer, yeah? I'm Kendall, laryngitis, automatic through the towel. To reinterpret sweet lines of their story, and give the story glory of a different kind of category. Yeah, I know you're ready to go, but I just want you to know that no time for idiots. Seems to be just fine. Get on, get on, get on. What's the secret ingredient? Your Brazilian soul, where do I get mine? Pedrito, I got no time for idiots. Sure, seems to be just fine. Get on, get on, get on. What's the secret ingredient? Get on, get on, get on. Get on, get on, get on. Get on, get on, get on. Hey! 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 Each of which respect, respect, but don't respect that, 'cause I'm fat. Each of which respect, respect, but don't respect that, 'cause I'm fat. Woo! It's fucking great on accordion. Yeah, it's more jolly.
You got to tune to, you got to watch. Thanks for watching radio, people. This is KEXP, Gogol Bordello in the house. How we feeling?
Yeah, feeling all right.
Thanks, Darek.
Feeling
Let's
on
keep
the
going.
vibe.
A couple more, yeah?
Yeah.
We're happy?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good to be here, yeah.
Okay.
No misto this time, guys.
The new record is We Mean It, Man. Just dropped. Congratulations.
That's right, thank you.
You've been bringing this music for a few decades right now, Eugene. Roma, Eastern European punk energy. Just a quick question, because we've known each other. The last time we saw each other, you were recording this in Williamsburg.
Right. Oh, that's right, yeah.
It was cold. I was there. It was beautiful. And you're playing tonight. You're on a bit of a tour, which has been great.
Yeah.
How are people understanding these stories that you're bringing out here right now differently than when you first started?
It's a rare instance of new thing. You're talking about new record, yeah?
And just in general, like, you know, this, you're not brand new to this thing. You've been doing this for a while, so you could actually cover the history when you started.
Yeah, but I grow a new tail every year.
There you
That's
go.
the difference. You know, we never made same record twice, so we're never going to do that. So that's how we do it.
How do you
It's
think people
always
are?
new.
How do you think people are? Because the shows are great, and you guys are definitely not a nostalgia act. There's a new generation that's coming in every single time. But how are people, from what you're sensing? How are they listening to you? What are they getting from the show?
Now is a kind of a very kind of a hybrid, interesting time where, like, you know, we were at some festival and I saw somebody walking in like a tie-dye, acid washed, you know, basically jam band T-shirt, and with a Sex Pistols logo over it. And I was like, well, there you go. Mm-hmm. That's the sign of the time right there. Mm-hmm. It was never like that. You couldn't do that in the past. You're gonna get beat up either at your jam band show or definitely at the punk rock show for wearing that T-shirt. Yeah. Now it's just kind of like blurring lines. Not always in a good way, but there is a good way to blur them. There is a good way to connect universes. So, you know, I think that's what people are getting out of it. It's like we're kind of like a deck of cards, which is there's a lot of archetypes and our music floating. But you know, it's not so as ambitious as our project was when it began, as you remember.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't mean that we came down from some opposite mountain as. You know, everybody who grew up listening to, you know, Cure and Smiths and Joy Division. Like, we came from the same mountain, just in a different geographical things. And through the prism of New York City, you know, through, like, exposure to, like, you know, some key bands like Sonic Youth, you know, Fugazi, and, you know, it kind of grew into whatever you're hearing. It's kind of all those cards on the same table just being reshuffled all the time.
That's kind of how I like it.
But if it's still a cultural migration, musical cultural migration, and when you first started, when we had you here, and I think it was back in Dexter, our first place, people didn't think about Ukraine. It just wasn't in the news. People didn't think about these movements of people. Now they do. They're understanding it. There's
Right.
much more of a global perspective on this right now. And how do you think people understand it differently? I mean, you're there, you're traveling, you spend time in Brazil, you were in Ukraine performing. As being a global citizen and presenting a band, a global band, how do you think people are getting what you're giving?
Yeah. I'll tell you, actually, it's in any swarm of negative energy, like the toxic times we live in, with all the warfare and crazy things going on. There's always still something. There will be some positive outcome, and one of them is that, aside from realizing, that Ukraine is a kind of a very strong part of Central Europe, basically, it's also, I think, people's understanding broadened that it's not some kind of a, neighborhood that's onto its own thing. It's a kind of a very, when we were growing up, we were listening to like Sturza and Neubauten and Birthday Party and, and Marcus Smith and The Fall, and you know what I mean, and Agnostic Front and Deserter from Poland right there. In fact, they came to played to Kiev several times. I was at those shows. So you feel me? It's kind of opening up eyes into the situation that that's the way it needs to be perceived. That it's just been always part of the kind of cosmopolitan global cultural movement.
So you think it's more people now are getting an understanding that there's a shared humanity, that there is no like other, we're all kind of together.
Well, I don't know if they're all getting that. That would be amazing. As Frank Zappa often said, if music could change, the world would be living in a heaven a long time ago.
But that's what happens at your shows, though. It's interesting because it's very much a communal effort. I've been to a bunch, and people come in and they want this cathartic experience, and you're more than happy to give it. Yeah. It's going to be interesting, especially tonight, for everybody watching right now. I'm sorry you can't be there. But, a week ago was a different world. Right now, here, and to have that catharsis in a live setting, you could be just sitting there, but that's not what you guys do. It's like that sharing.
You said it. It's not what we do. We do this, where we are, I'm going to bring up a couple more Poland references because...
Dziękuję bardzo.
No, because you're from Poland. And I met Staniewski, the theater director, and the disciple of Grotowski, here in New York City, in New York City. And we had many conversations like this about why is that theater is so, refuses to go away. It's pretty archaic form, of things. But it's because soul loves the catharsis, and people still rather go. Not all, but the ones who know the way to the source, they'd rather go and pay bigger money and get bigger, closer to an actual catharsis because it's healing. And this kind of music is very much part of that, especially, Gogol Bordello is like kind of married to musical, I don't want to say musical theater, but it's certainly been pretty theatrical in a lot of ways. So I think people seek that and they find it with us, and we were able to turn our carny lifestyle not only into Olympic sport but into a traveling art therapy, perhaps to some extent.
No, it's true. It happens.
Yeah,
people are sweaty. They're happy.
We need healing too. I think I'm not damaged or something.
Yeah. I know. Well, that's another conversation. But we also are grateful. Thank you, everybody. You were awesome. Yeah. You really brought it. I've never heard Schopenhauer mentioned in
Which one?
A session. You mentioned you rhyme Schopenhauer.
Oh, yeah.
So that was a first. So thank you for that.
It's right there for you. It's right under the shower.
There we go. This is
Or
one
throw
of
the towel.
This is one of the magic of you.
Keeping it sophisticated.
So look forward to the show tonight. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for
thanks for
making
having
this
us.
happen. I want to thank you all for supporting KEXP, and I want to thank our amazing video and audio team. I'm Darek Mazzone. Keep it tuned. KEXP, where music of the world matters. Peace.
Yeah. Thank you, Darek.
Thank you.
Wicked.
That was awesome.
Discover new music at listenerpowered KEXP.org.